Welcome to Silverstone. It's the penultimate round of the championship. We're currently lying fourth in the championship, so looking to make advances on the top three. Testing yesterday went well. We found a lot out of the car. We built a lot of confidence around the circuit. Our times didn't really represent where we are, but a theoretical time of P3 I think shows where we should be. It's such a tight circuit, such a close one. There's a big headwind out there, most laps anyway, because we're a bit of a brick on the straights. But it'll be action-packed racing all weekend, so tune in. I look forward to seeing you all there.
Gets a nice cheer from the crowd. Craig is standing by with the third place trophy and the bubbly as well, and Nelson makes his way up the podium steps to receive the third place trophy for round 15. On the second step of the podium, and he fought back, number 45, Dan Zelos. Well done, Dan. Congratulations. Yeah, championship points.
27 cars lined up in the top lane.
Welcome to the final round of the Mini Challenge UK and my home circuit of Brands Hatch. So, as many people know, T1 at Brands Hatch is one of the most challenging corners in motorsport. Not just for its cambered entry, but also for the massive drop behind us. I think most people don't realise what they see on TV is actually how it feels going through as a driver. Approaching T1 at about 130 mile an hour to then be faced with that is not the nicest feeling in the world, but when you hook it up, it's probably the most amazing feeling you can ever get. Honestly, I can't describe it. So once you've hit the incredible undulation of T1, you're met with T2 just behind me. A very lazy, long corner that doesn't feel like it's part of Brands Hatch at all. You go through it and you're waiting in the front, waiting in the front, and especially on front wheel drive, you can never get the power down. I think it's probably one of the worst corners compared to one of the best corners. So, you know, it's a filler corner, but it makes for some great racing, some great overtakes, and especially some great defending when you have to go down the grass because you defend about 3 wide. It's a hard circuit. I think for most drivers it's their favourite, but obviously for someone coming into it as who haven't been around it, it's quite difficult. I think the undulation of it reminds me of Knockhill, but then the tightness of it is something that you can't really explain, especially going through the back sector, which is quite tasking at the best of times, especially when you get it wrong. And today I got it wrong and it bit me, and you know, luckily I didn't end up in the wall, but I did end up doing a fair amount of damage on the car. But it's a lot of fun, you know. We've only about 20 laps on aim today. We've learnt the track quite a lot, and I think for racing it's going to be a good laugh. I think yeah, elbows out, a lot of undulation, a lot of heavy braking zones. It will be quite good fun. So it's definitely a likeable track, but probably not my favourite. But it is home, so you got to love home. So Brands Hatch GP, the season finale of the Mini Challenge UK. It's been a difficult weekend so far. You know, not many laps in practice, only clocking about 10 laps in total. Around the track, I don't know. Going to qualifying and having a crash as well didn't help, but it's onwards and upwards from there. We qualified P12, even only one lap, but an unfortunate race one with just a car that didn't really want to work, meant for P10, but a good race too, meant for P6. So we're starting on a strong foot going into the last race, and it's the last race of the season, so I think it's time to make it a show. So I think it's been a good time so far this weekend. I know it could have gone better, but overall it could have gone a lot worse. So it's been a good weekend. We'll just have to cap it off in a good way.
Here we are with Nelson King, another one of our Fab 4 drivers. And you've been doing pretty well, Nelson, haven't you? First year in the JCWs.
Yeah, it's been good. Could have been better, but it's been a solid year for the first one running.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think we start if we can, just talking about how you started, first races you did, first championships you did, and obviously we've got the trophies to talk about. So how did it all sort of start for you?
Well, we was at an event called Kart Masters in 2020, and my dad was watching the TV, and Ben Kasperzak was on TV, and he won a race at Crofts on ITV, and we was like, oh, that's like quite a good laugh. So all of a sudden we got talking, it was like, is it that time now to go to cars? And we got into Coopers, and before we know it, after 2 races, we was in Graves. And yeah, we started off quite strong in Graves. We had a few crashes in the first year, but that's part of the learning curve. And yeah, then the next year after, won the championship, so it was a good start.
That was a quick car, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a quick car.
Definitely had something.
Yeah, it was quick. That was quite impressive. And then the move to JCWs. I mean, obviously the Coopers are low on power, but they're high on grip. I mean, they must have been quite good to drive and easy to drive, or easy to these anyway.
Yeah, I think it's one of the funnest cars to drive, to be honest. I know people say it's a bit of an easier car to drive with slicks, but overall it's more about anticipating the race. So it makes it quite good when you're actually so close together, because everyone can...
drag makes a bit of a difference.
Yeah, so obviously it makes quite a good race in that, and it's probably one of the funnest series you will do because of that fact, to be honest.
Yeah. So the move to JCW, was it easy or was it a struggle to get money together?
I think it's never going to be easy, to be honest. Obviously it's quite a big jump in power and in budget as well. So you're always going to have that bit of problem of getting onto the grids, but luckily we've had some amazing sponsors this year to help us with that.
I mean, it's a good move with the laser tools. Did they approach you or did you approach them?
We approached them, but obviously that got the ball rolling, and yeah, they put a lot of faith in me, especially as a rookie driver, to run their logo.
They're a good bunch. With you next year, and we'll follow you obviously, and some tips when we get the car going, and probably see us at Brands.
You'll probably see me in the videos at some point, trying to help you out at a certain track or so. So yeah, it'd be great.
That'd be really good. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. A little bit about Brands Hatch GP and hurtling around this amazing track. How's it been for you?
Hasn't been the best, to be honest. It could have been better, but it's such a difficult circuit around here. I think track knowledge is so important, but I haven't got too much track knowledge around the GP, so it's not been working in my favour so far.
But in terms of the season for you, is this your debut season then?
Yes.
So debut season of the Mini Challenge?
Yes, it's been great. I think we had quite a lot of lows at the start of the year, but halfway through we picked it up, and since then we've been running with it. So we got up to P3 in the championship now, which is quite good.
Right.
Obviously, would have been hoping for P1, but in my rookie season, obviously, I'm happy with P3.
Indeed, you should be happy with P3. Very, very well done, your rookie season. But it's all kicking off in front of you. How do you cope? How do you stay calm? And where do you sort of put yourself?
I think sometimes you don't, to be honest. When you see a bit of a scrap in front of you and you've got a lot of cars going everywhere, I think it's shut off the brain and get stuck in.
Right.
I think,
shut off the brain and get stuck in. That's a new one.
You can't think too much, to be honest. I think Ronan's had experience in it. It's one of them things where it's just like, well, go for it, win it or bin it.
Yeah, win it or bin it. There's a few sayings coming out there. I like that. Win it or bin it. There we go. Thank you very much.
So 2023 season is over. It's been a roller coaster this year. We've had a lot of ups but a lot of downs. To come away with P3 in the championships, a nice consolation prize, to be honest. Obviously we would have been wanting to go for P1, but in my rookie season, P3 is amazing. So you know, it's definitely been a good year. This season the car hasn't been the best. I think setup wise we nailed it every single race bar one. This race has been a bit of an exception, but every other race we made sure it was on it. But power-wise, we've been down, and it's been an uphill battle all the time. So it's quite a difficult one. Every race going into, you know, you're going to be a bit further back, but we fought through and we got the job done. Being a top 3 contender was what I wanted at the championship. Ultimately, at the end of the year, at the end of last year, sorry. So yeah, I'm looking good for next season. You know, there's a lot of off-season prep to make sure we do, but overall, I'm optimistic and I'm going to be gunning for whatever championship I end up doing in the end.